Imagine a world where a single person's decisions could send shockwaves through entire economies, destabilize nations and alter the course of history. That person is none other than Donald Trump. During his first presidency, his policies disrupted global trade, redefined alliances and left nations scrambling to adjust to America's unpredictable leadership. As Trump prepares to take office again, this time the stakes are even higher.
Unfortunately, I can't even disagree with you.
From escalating tensions with major powers to dramatic shifts in economic policies, Trump's leadership will affect not only the United States but the entire planet. Countries are already bracing for the changes. Some stand to gain, while others may face significant consequences. Trade relationships, military alliances and diplomatic ties are all on the line. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's uncover which 10 countries will be the most affected by Trump's return to power. To determine the countries most impacted by Donald Trump's policies, we analyzed key indicators in 3 areas: trade, security and immigration. Trade examines reliance on US goods, sensitive exports and bilateral trade balances. Security focuses on military aid, troop presence and defense spending tied to US partnerships. Immigration measures factors like visa issued and remittances critical to certain economies. The data comes from credible sources, including the United Nations, The Economist, and the Information Technology and Innovation Foundation.
What would tarot cards say about Trump?
At number 10, we have Honduras with a Trump Risk Index score of 45.8. This Central American nation heavily relies on remittances, which make up a staggering 20% of its GDP. Many Hondurans live and work in the US, sending money back home to support their families. Any changes in US immigration policy could have dire consequences for Honduras. Under Trump's leadership, we saw strict immigration measures that made it harder for people to enter the US or gain legal status. This created fear and uncertainty among Hondurans hoping to work in the US. If similar policies are reinstated, Honduras could see a significant drop in remittances, leading to economic instability and increased poverty. With over 800,000 Hondurans in the US sending vital support back home, the impact of US policy changes cannot be overstated. As Honduras braces for potential shifts in immigration policy, its economy hangs in the balance. How tough do you think Trump's policies will be on countries that rely on US for trade and support? Share your thoughts in the comments. Coming in at number 9, we have Vietnam with a Trump Risk Index score of 47.1. As a key player in the global trade, Vietnam has benefited from its strong manufacturing base and strategic location. However, its economic fate is closely tied to US trade policies, especially tariffs. During Trump's first presidency, many companies shifted production from China to Vietnam to avoid tariffs, leading to a remarkable 36% surge in Vietnam's exports to the US in 2022. With Trump back in power, there is a risk of new tariffs or trade tensions that could challenge Vietnam's export-driven economy. This could impact vital industries like textiles and electronics. The 8th in our list is El Salvador, with a Trump Risk Index score of 48.1. Remittances from the US play a crucial role in El Salvador's economy, accounting for nearly 20% of its GDP. You heard that right. A fifth of the country's GDP comes from the remittances from the US. Many families rely on money sent home by relatives working in the United States, making them vulnerable to changes in US immigration policy. During Trump's first presidency, his administration took a hardline stance on immigration, which raised concerns among Salvadorians living in the US. If similar policies return, it could affect the flow of remittances. A decrease in immigration and tougher enforcement could lead to fewer financial resources for families back home, putting additional strain on El Salvador's economy. As the country braces for potential changes, the impact on remittances and the livelihoods of many citizens could be truly significant. Coming in at number 7, we have Japan with a Trump Risk Index score of 49.2. As a key ally of the United States in Asia, Japan's security and economic landscape is heavily influenced by US policies. With ongoing pressures for Japan and increase its defense spending, the return of Trump's presidency could intensify these demands. Currently, Japan spends about 1% of its GDP on defense, but the US has urged Tokyo to raise this figure to 2% by 2025. If Trump re-emphasizes this expectation, Japan may face significant pressure to boost its military budget, impacting its domestic spending on social programs. Moreover, Japan's trade relationship with the US is crucial, as the US is one of Japan's largest trading partners, accounting for approximately 18% of its total export. Any changes in trade policy, especially concerning tariffs or trade agreements, could disrupt this vital relationship. As Japan navigates the complexities of defense spending and trade, the implications of a Trump presidency could be profound. At number 6, we have China, with a Trump Risk Index score of 50.4. As the world's second largest economy, China has a lot at stake with Trump's return to the White House. During his first presidency, the US and China were locked in a trade war, marked by imposition of tariffs on hundreds of billions of dollars worth of goods. These created significant economic uncertainty and disruption in global supply chains. If Trump reinstates or even escalates tariffs on Chinese exports, which previously reached as high as 25%, it could severely impact key sectors such as electronics, textiles, and machinery. In 2023, US imports from China were valued at around $430 billion, with tariffs resulting in additional costs for American consumers and businesses. Moreover, China's GDP growth, which was around 5.2% in 2023, could take a hit. Experts warn that renewed trade tensions could lead to decreased foreign investment and a slowdown in economic expansion, further straightening China's recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. Coming in at number 5, we have Panama, with a Trump Risk Index score of 50.8. Panama's economy is deeply intertwined with the United States, relying heavily on trade and military aid. In 2023, nearly 30% of Panama's exports went to the United States, making it a vital trading partner. The Panama Canal, a crucial shipping route, further enhancing its strategic importance. Additionally, US military aid plays a significant role in Panama's security and defense, amounting to approximately $20 million annually. However, any changes in US foreign policy under Trump could jeopardize this support, impacting Panama's stability and economic growth. At number 4, we have the Dominican Republic. With a Trump Risk Index score of 52.6, the Dominican Republic relies heavily on remittances from the US, which account for about 8% of its GDP. Tighter immigration policies under Trump could severely impact this crucial financial lifeline, leaving many families vulnerable. Additionally, the Dominican Republic's trade relationship with the US is significant, with around 60% of its exports destined for the American market. Changes in tariffs or trade agreements could disrupt this flow, affecting industries like agriculture and textiles. As the nation navigates potential shifts in immigration and trade policies, it faces a critical crossroads. At number 3, we have Germany, with the Trump Risk Index score of 52.9. Germany is facing increased pressure to boost its military spending in response to US demands for NATO allies to contribute at least 2% of their GDP to defense. In 2023, Germany spent about 1.5% of its GDP on defense, making it one of the lower contributions among NATO members. With Trump's return to the presidency, there is a risk that the US could reduce its military support in Europe, particularly amid rising tensions with Russia. This could force Germany to reassess its defense strategies and military partnerships. Additionally, Germany's trade relationship with the US is vital, with bilateral trade valued at over $230 billion. Any disruptions in this relationship could have significant implications for the German economy. As it grapples with these military and trade dynamics, Germany's stability in Europe may hang in the balance. Securing the second spot is Costa Rica, with a Trump Risk Index score of 59.1. This Central American nation relies heavily on the United States for military support, as it has no standing army and depends on American aid for its security needs. This partnership is crucial for addressing regional threats and maintaining stability. However, potential changes in US immigration policies pose significant risk to Costa Rica. The country benefits from substantial remittances sent by Costa Rica Ricans living in the US, which are vital for its economy. If stricter immigration measures are enacted, these remittances could decline, affecting families and local businesses. As Costa Rica navigates these challenges, its economic and security landscape may face substantial shifts under Trump's leadership. Taking the top spot is Mexico, with the Trump Risk Index score of 71.4. Trump's presidency will significantly impact Mexico, especially through immigration policies, trade agreements, and border security. With over 11 million Mexican immigrants in the US, remittances value at a record $61 billion in 2023 are crucial to Mexico's economy. Stricter deportation measures could strain social services and job markets, affecting thousands of returnees. The USMCA trade agreement, vital to Mexico's economy, could face adjustments as Trump pushes for policies favoring American workers. Mexico's automotive industry, which exported $60 billion in vehicles to the US in 2023, risks losing competitiveness if tariffs or stricter regulations are imposed. Border wall expansions and increased militarization could harm bilateral relations and disrupt $1.5 billion in daily cross-border trade, hurting supply chains and industries. While tensions may rise, Mexico's economic interdependence with the US remains strong. Adapting to these challenges will be key to maintaining stability and growth. From Mexico's significant trade ties and reliance on remittances to Vietnam's vulnerability and tariffs, the potential consequences are far-reaching. Countries like Germany and Costa Rica face military spending pressures, while El Salvador and Honduras grapple with the risk of changing immigration policies. These relationships highlight the intricate web of global interdependence, where shifts in the US policy can create ripple effects across economies, alliances, and communities worldwide. As we navigate this uncertain landscape, it's crucial to consider how these nations will adapt to the changes ahead. I want to hear from you. How do you think these countries will respond to Trump's policies? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit a like button and subscribe so you don't miss our new videos. See you very soon.